Hello everyone and welcome to our spooky Halloween class today. I'm really excited about doing this one because this one's a really cute paper pack that we have in the, I think this was in the online exclusive, I'm not quite sure, but I think it's the online exclusive. And I tell you what, it's really lovely because you could do it for Halloween, but you could also do it for birthday cards. So I'm going to give everyone a couple of minutes to come on. For those that don't know me, my name's Teresa Brown and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and have been for 19 years. I'm from Warragul in Victoria, Melbourne, Australia. This is the paper pack that we're using, and you can sort of see that I've got pieces cut out everywhere in here. Why? Because I've been using them. So I'm just going to pull some out. I love that you get quite a few images of these that you can pull out and use. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're all little dies that you can pull out, like the little pot, the little hippo, the little tree, the banner. There's so much you can use from this. And then you get lots of different designer series paper in this pack as well. But I also think that it matches up really well with, if you wanted to bring in something different, it also brings the weekend adventure paper also looks quite well to go with the Halloween things as well. But you can still make it into birthday. For those who come on, don't forget to say hello. If you're new, don't forget to say that you're new. And don't forget to leave a comment. That puts you in our monthly gift giving draw, a mystery draw. You never know whose name's going to get pulled out and you don't know what the mystery gift's going to be. So that's a bit of a mystery. So if you're following along and you want to cut up with me today, or if you've got your pack with you, you can do that. Otherwise, you can come back and watch the replay over and over and over again, which is really good. So we're going to start off with an eclipse card because it's one of my favourite type of cards for this spooky sort of effect. So let's get down to it because we've got a few things to get through today. So let's come down. If you're watching the replay later, welcome. And don't forget to leave a comment. Even if you're watching the replay, don't forget to leave a comment. That still puts you in the draw. Now, I'm just going to give you some measurements to start off with. So one of the sheets has got lots of different images like this on it. So I've picked this image out and I've cut this to 13 by 9. So I've trimmed a little bit off each side to get it to stay in the middle. Okay, so 13 by 9 centimeters. Then this one, which is the pumpkin pie, is 14 by 10. And then we've got our basic black for the base of the card, which is 21 by 14.5, scored at 10.5. Always grab your bone folder and give it a little bit of a score down there. Just holds it a little bit flatter. And then for the inside, we have a pumpkin pie at 10 by 14. And then a white at 13.5 by 9.5. Okay, so let's start with our eclipse part. Now, the thing that I love about this is that you're raising one up, putting one down, raising one up. And I like to use the strips when I'm doing this. Okay, so the strips are fun. Now, I know a lot of people, I don't know if you all know that we have these in Stampin' Up, but I like to use these for this particular eclipse type of card. So I want to make sure that it's a little bit shorter. So I'm going to bring it right up to the edge and I'm just going to come in just a little bit. I'm going to grab my paper snips. Hi Margaret, how are you? And I'm just going to cut this across. Okay, because then that way they're sort of all ready to go. So what we're going to do is get our designer series 1 and we're going to start cutting this off at 1 centimetre. So we've got 1 centimetre. So this one goes down, and it can be flat if you want it. Now, if you want to start at the other end, just turn your paper around. If you want to start over that end, some people like to start from the left and work across to the right, and some people like to work from the right to left. So we're going to start from this end over here, which is the leftover coming on to the right. Now, our first one is going to be glued down with our Tombow liquid glue. Okay, so I'm just going to get, I did get a new one out this morning because the other one was just about worn, run out. And I didn't want to run out doing these. So whatever size edge you have at the top and the bottom, you'll need to have to the side as well. Okay, then you're going to cut another 1 centimetre. But this time you're going to put, and I like to put 2 because it just holds it up nice. So we're going to put 2 of these on, so not quite to the top. So we're going to put 2 of these on and pull the back off. So what's everyone been up to today? So we're just going to bring this really close to this one. Oh, don't let it stick. I need to bring that over there a little bit. You need to bring this pretty close to the one that you've just done. But this time you're raising this one up, it's sticking to my fingers. So we've got 1 up, 1 down. Oh, that's the M1. Then we're going to cut another 1 centimetre. And this one's going to be glued back down again. Hi Susan, how are you? Good to see you on. Who else is on? This is one of my favourite patterns. I haven't done this one for a long time, but when I was doing this Halloween, getting this Halloween one worked out, I thought, oh my God, I just love this Eclipse style card. And I thought, we need to do it. We need to do it. Okay, another 1 centimetre. We're going to trim another 1 centimetre off. This time we're coming in with 2 of these strips again. And you can just come down a little bit. And beautiful. And then we're going to take the back off. So has anyone been doing anything exciting today? I had my grandson, who's the captain of the footy club, or for the under, I think it's under 15s, I'm not quite sure if it's, I think it's under 15s. Anyhow, they won today, and he got this beautiful trophy. And this old girl slept in this morning, so she didn't get to go and watch. I was going to, it just didn't happen. And then we're going to do another one, and we're going to stick this down here. So start from one side and work your way across to the other side. You can sort of see, I'm going to turn it around, you can sort of see how you get that raised up effect. There, it looks quite good actually, it looks really awesome. Okay, so we're going to do another 1 centimetre that is. 1 centimetre, and this one is going to be also raised up. So we want to raise this one up. So 2 of these. And pop these on. And when you put these on, make sure that it doesn't curve your paper up, okay? Because it can do that. It can start to curve your paper if you put it on too tight. Okay, so make sure that you lay them down nice and flat. That's a really good tip, or a gold nugget to do. Make sure that it's down nice and flat. Now, there's so many different ways people do these eclipse cards, so you'll find the way that you like and go with that one. Okay, and then we've got another one. We are making quite a few little cards today, so hopefully we'll have time to make a few today. Okay, so we've got another one here, which is going to be stuck down. Whoop. Bring that glue up to this side. And we're going to stick this one, have it up the right way. And we can always do it upside down. And this one's coming in here, so we want this one to come in underneath there. Underneath there. Then we're going to raise this one up. We need another 2 of these. This is just a love fun card, this one is. It's great for, well, that's cut really crooked, Teresa, but I'm going with it. Great for birthdays. This is really lovely with the pattern paper, you know, the flowers and the scene papers. This technique's really good for anything like that. So you can also do something like that. So we've got this one coming in here. I'm just going to try to line the pop planner up a little bit, which is there. And then we've got this one to glue down. So when you do it, you sort of need to work out, like this was 9 centimetres across. So you need to work out roughly how many centimetres you want for going up and down, because if you want these 2 to go down and these 2 to go up, down, you'll need to make sure that you have it that way. So you can sort of see it gives it a really different effect. Okay, so let's finish this card off. This one's a quick, easy little card. I'm going slow because I don't want to rush. I want you to be able to watch it, and you can go back and watch the replays. Now, don't forget, Facebook only keeps our videos for, 1 month. So I will be putting these over onto my YouTube channel, and I also hopefully will put the instructions up on my blog. That is so cute. Now, these little ones here, these little tags, look at all these different size tags. These are fantastic. These are done out of the Gone Fishing dies. Okay, I've just run the little banner, or the let me show you. I've just run this through a couple of times to give me all these different sizes, which is great for this Halloween because you don't really want a lot of pattern. So, and it saves me trying to cut them. I just run them through and you get quite a few at a time. So that's a really good thing. Saves a bit of time. So that's out of the Gone Fishing stamp set. Hello, Annette. Good to see you all. Okay, so these are really good because you can actually then come in with your Halloween stamp set. Okay, where's my Halloween one? We all do this, don't we? I've got it sitting here. And then you can work out what you want, whether you want spooky or trick or treat or whatever you want on here. And I was thinking I might just put spooky because just down here near the door, I'm just looking to see which one I want. I just want a little one. Spooky. Okay, we'll go with that little one. So like I said, you get lots of different sizes, which is really, really great. And then you can come in with your ink and blend. So I'm going to come in with, this is Daffodil Delight, I think. And I'm just going to add a little bit of Daffodil Delight, and I've got a little bit of pumpkin pie on the brush as well. So I'm just going to come in with a bit of both because you want it to blend in to both, because that's the colouring down here, especially if you don't want that white just sticking right out, popping out at you, like just stuck there. You know how that happens sometimes, it just looks out of place because it's in the wrong spot. And then if you want to spook it up a little bit more, you can add a little bit more orange into it, or pumpkin pie. So just come in with a little bit more of the pumpkin pie if you want to add that through a little bit more. Who loves the blender brushes? They are so good. Now I'm also coming in with black. Now one of my beautiful team members, Jenny, got the name right this time, saw someone else on Facebook put the Memento ink into one of the white ink pads, because the white ink pads come empty, and you do get a really clear, crispy black with this one, which is really good. So we're just going to come around now the edge with the black. And you can, when you're stamping, I'll show you when I'm doing the spooky, it stamps out really, really, really well. So I had trouble with the other pad. The other pad dried out really quick, and the Memento one, and it was never dark. I loved it when we had the Stamparatas, but when the Stamparatas went out, yeah, I sort of missed being able to do it 2 or 3 times. So you can sort of see this is starting to blend into the same. Now I'm going to leave that open for a minute because I've got my word, spooky, 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 here, and it's going to go into here, which is really good. See how dark it comes out? It comes out really dark and really, really good. So I love that. So thank you, Miss Jenny, for that fantastic tip. And thank you to whoever showed Miss Jenny, because I tell you what, it really does work, and it really is, makes a big difference. And it just pops out, and I don't have to go back and redo it over and over and over again, which is fantastic. Now we have some little bats in here, so we might add a few little bats on here as well. Okay, we'll grab the bats, put the spooky back in there. Now, if you don't want them to be really dark, you can always stamp off a little bit. Okay, so if it's something like you go, oh, I don't really want them as dark as that, you can stamp off. Okay, so it gives it a little bit lighter effect. So now we've got our spooky little sign there. Look how disgusting my chamois looks. It's really been well loved, this chamois. I did order some on the special. Who ordered some on the special? I did. I wanted to make sure I did, because I like to give away chamois and I like to have a clean one there when I need it. So this is so cute. So you can sort of see this sort of fits into the theme a little bit now. So we can have it sort of in between the pots if we want to. Or you can bring it up over the light. No, I don't want to bring it up over there. I think I'll bring it down between the pots there. So if you wanted to, when you're looking at this and you're putting it on, you might want to just lift it and then just add a little bit of glue here, because these are nice and solid. Remember, because we put 2 of the strips on it. So just add a little bit of glue there, and then we're going to come down and put the spooky on there. Okay, if you want to decorate up the middle of your card, you can do that as well. I'm just going to wipe that because I've been... You can add some bats to it if you want to, or whatever, but I won't do that today because just to save a little bit of time, we'll get on to our next project. Because this is a specialty class today. So why am I sharing a specialty class with you? Because specialty classes are classes that I normally send out through the post, and they cost $45. But you get your cards all cut up, ready to go. But this is a free one today, just to share with you. And I usually do it over a month. So that's $45 for the month. And you get 3 cards each week. So you get 12 cards all up. So how cute is that spooky? That's a really cutie. Okay, that's our first card. So let's get on to our second card. Now, all these bits of papers all came off the same sheet as the one I did first. So I thought, well, really do need to come in and use this paper and decorate it up. So the card base on this one, if you're using centimetres, is 28 centimetres, and I've scored it at 6.5 and 13.5 because I want it just down a little bit. Okay, I want it down a little bit. Why do I want it down a little bit? I want to be able to use a punch of some sort, because this is actually where you can put a gift card in for a child's birthday. But before I put that there, I have to put my other piece of paper on. Okay, so I need to stick my white one on there as well. Or I need to mark it, so I'm going to I'll do this one first. So I'm going to go in here. And then I'm going to put this on my white. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of a pen mark at the back here, because I want to go past that just a bit. So just a little bit. Okay, so now this is going to go on here. I've got it around the right way. Make sure I've got it around the right way. Might be a little bit crooked, but that's okay. So this is going on this bit. This is just so you can write on it, okay? And this is so that your gift card, you can see where your gift card is going to be and where you can put it in. So you want to be able to write on this bit. This one can be glued all the way on. And I'm coming right up to the top of that curve. Okay, so that's the inside now. We've got it. The reason I didn't cut 2 layers at once, sometimes the punch cuts through the 2 together and sometimes it doesn't, and I don't want to break my punch, so I sort of try to do them separately on the cardstock. And then we're going to use tear tape. Where's my tear tape? Here it is. I've got my tear tape. And I'm just going to make sure that you put it on this one, because if you put it on the other side and go across there, you'll remember that it doesn't quite go to the end, so you don't want to have it sticking out. But you want to use your tear tape or a very fine line of liquid glue. Okay, I find the tear tape better for this. I also like to use my bone folder and just go over it really nice, because then that way it makes it easier to just peel it off and holds it all down into place. So now we've got that there, and our gift card can go into here. So you can sort of put your gift card in. I'm just going to put a card in there at the moment so you can sort of see it just slides in through there. Okay, so you can sort of see that's not a problem. Okay, so then that goes over here. This goes to the back piece. This is another quick card. It's not a hard one. And depending on what size border you want around it, or whether you want to layer it, you can layer it. So you can actually bring black in behind it if you want to. You can layer it up if you want to. There's so much you can do with this one, but I'm just having a very small border around mine. But you can have whatever you like. So that's going like that. Then I'm bringing this one down on the front here. And just another small border around it. I love the way the little ghosts are popping out of the windows. I think it's quite cute. Now, before I actually put this one down, I better do the word, because the word's got to come in here. So I'm going to stamp out spooky first. Spooky, spooky, spooky. I think I put it away, didn't I? Very, very organised, Teresa. I just had it. Who does that to themselves? Me. All the time. Okay, where's me spooky gone? There's me spooky, spooky, spooky. Let's have a different word. I don't know where oh, here it is. I found him. Now, the reason I've got spooky is because you can always add happy birthday. Okay? Okay, spooky's there. We've got the things there. So we're going to come in and we're going to do exactly the same with this one as what we did before. We're going to come in and just go around the outside. Got a bit of orange on here and pumpkin pie and yellow, but you can come in as dark or as light as you want. Okay, a little bit more darker with the pumpkin pie on this one. So just come in a little bit. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you can learn some fun techniques along the way. It's a lot of fun doing the classes, and the classes are ones that you can pay or not pay. The only difference between paying is that you get your kit all cut up for you and it gets posted out, and then you've got exactly the materials except for the stamp sets, because I'm not allowed to not allowed to stamp images, but I'll let you know what stamp sets I'm using, and I try not to use too many, but you can use what you've got at home as well. So okay, so we're going to come around now with the black. I'm just going to get the black and come around a little bit with the black. It just dulls it off a little bit. And you can do as much or as little sponging as you want. It's entirely really up to you what you want to do, but you want to bring in some sort of, to bring in a little bit of colouring. Just going to do a little bit of lighting there. I love these little banners from the Gone Fishing. They are, I use them all the time. They're just so good. They really are. So if you've got that Gone Fishing one and you haven't been using it, I'll tell you what, crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so we've got Spooky on here. I'm going to take that off and just pop him on there for the moment. I'm going to grab my little bats as well. I'm going to stamp them off a little bit because I don't want them too dark. I just want them lighter. And I'm just doing more this one side. Okay, I'll leave that there for a minute. Now this is going to be stuck where you want it along here, whether you want to cover up your little ghost to start off with. If you want to cover him up, you can cover him up and then when you lift it, he pops out. Or you can bring it up higher. But I'm going to put it where he covers up the little ghost. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back here. And that's the other good thing about these little ones here too. They are just so versatile. Okay, so he's going to stick out there. Boo would have been good on here. Now I think about it. See? Thinking about it now, I could have done Boo. And then this one, he's going to go over the top here. And just bring him up a little bit. And you can see that it's going to go over that part of the Spooky. You can write your little message in here. And you can put your little gift card in there. Here's such a cute little card. It really is such a cute little card. Boo would have been perfect. Don't always think of these things at the time when you're making them, do you? Until afterwards. But that's okay. So you can sort of see we've done two quick little cards now. Really cute, really beautiful little ones. Now the next one we're going to do, this one here, I'm going to just pull these out here and I'm going to grab this piece here. Okay, so this piece here, I've got some patterns here. I've written the patterns out, so I probably need to look because I can't remember exactly the scoring on this one. So let me just grab my pattern. This is the Designer Series paper one. Okay, so the Designer Series paper is, I have actually got this one done in inches for the simple reason is I'm going to use my scoreboard and it's not in centimetres, it's in inches, so I'm doing it all in inches. So this is 5 1/4, so I just want to make sure that I've cut these already. Yep, yeah, I have. 5 1/4 by 12. So I'm just going to pull my arm out and make sure that I've got 12. I don't have to trim anything off. No, I have a feeling I might have cut it right, but just wanted to check. Then we're going to get the scoreboard. Who loves the scoreboard? I have got a centimetre one somewhere, but today we're going to use the inch one. It comes with a score tool that sits down here. It comes with little pegs that you can put in along the top here. And you just need to follow the score measurements. You've got your centimetre, your inches along here and your inches along here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the Designer Series paper in, and I've just got to work out my, just got to work out where I'm going to score. Let me put this one in, because I've done this one already. Okay, let me just write it down. So that's 3, where is it? Oh, did I leave them out? Okay. So we're going to score at 3 inches, and then again at 6.5. So we're going to do that first. 3 inches. What did I say? 3 inches down there, and then 6.5 here, and then I think it's 10. I think it comes back to 3 inches. No, 1 inch at the end. 1 inch, if I remember correctly. Oh, could be 1.5. I should have written them down, Teresa. I thought I had. 1.5. Okay, so it's meant to be 1.5. So we'll come across 11 to 10.5. Okay, 10.5. Okay, so I'm doing this one reverse to what I did the other one. So we're going to mountain fold. Let me just see, we have a mountain and a valley. Just got to get score lines. Is that right? Oh, I think so. Okay. I'll find the instructions in a minute. But, just so we're not messing around, I have got them on here, I'm sure. That's all right. So when you're doing this, when you come back and use your bone folder, make sure that you have got them nicely lined up to the edge of your papers. Okay, because you really need to make sure that it's sitting nice. So make sure that you hold it into place and then just come in with your bone folder so it's nice in the place where it's meant to go. And then the same with this one. Make sure that it's lined up really nicely, and then you're going to fold this one back like this. Now I don't know if I'm going to put these on. These are out of the paper, and this is out of the little out of the sheet that already has got die cuts out of it, and then these are out of the fishing, gone fishing ones, so you need 2 of them. Then this is out of the designer series paper, which I've trimmed down to one of the banners, and then I've cut the pumpkin pie at 9.5 by 6, and this is going to be matted on here for the front. Now if you want a different colour, I think I might put black behind it this time, because it's going to look, it's going to be cardstock on cardstock, orange on orange. So let's grab a bit of black. So let's have a measure of this. 9 by 5. So paper trimmer. So that's 9 by 5. You want this to be 5.5 by 9.5 or 9.5 in centimetres, because I think this will make it stand out a little bit more than the orange. Okay, so then we can put this one down on here. Yes, cute. Now, that one I've got happy birthday on. So this one we might put spooky on this one, because we can always add happy birthday onto it. So let me just stick this on here. So tell me in the comments, do you love half an hour quick classes like I do for my Crafty Monday and my Crafty Thursday? they're just half an hour? Or do you like the little bit longer ones that go for an hour? I'd love to get your feedback on that, because I never know whether to go an hour, half an hour. I always think, you know, what do I really want to do, and what do the people want? Okay, so we can use our strips, or we can use our dimension. I'm going to use dimensions on here to raise this up. At least you can see it being on the black. You can see I'm just going to put 5, 2 at each and 1 in the middle. And it's got a little like a spooky monster down the bottom here, but I'm not worried about that, because I'm going to actually put the little fairy on it. And I'm going to place this into the center. And this little fairy, I'm going to use the Stella pen on. So I'm going to pop her on first with the dimensions. So pop some under here. And then we're going to grab our spooky. Now, you can leave it white, you can change it up, you can do whatever you like. I'm going to add some little bats on here. Probably stamp them off. I don't know if I actually give the instructions to this one, because it doesn't seem to be the right ones down there. So I don't think so. Might not have printed them out yet. I was trying to get them all done, but I've been doing my Christmas ones too that have got to be posted out. So been trying to get them done first. So I can probably come down nice and soft with that there as well. So you can blend around this if you want to, or you don't have to. It's entirely up to you. But I'm just going to share with you what it looks like with and without. And because this has got orange behind it, so that's another thing you sort of got to look at is we can put the spooky over this way a little bit. And he can sort of sit on a bit of an angle there. I think we might do just a little bit of orange around the edge. Just so he sort of blends in a little bit. And if you want him to come a bit darker, you can just come in a bit darker. Okay, so we're going to put a dimension here. A dimension here. I'm going to bring this spooky up there. Then we're going to take this one off and we're going to put this one on. Now you can, I'll show you the other one in a minute because I reversed it a little bit. I'm covering up that little monster down there. Putting that in there. Stella. Just put the lid on my inks. Stella. Give our little fairy a bit of bling, I should say. A little bit of bling happening here. I think on her wings as well. She'll look nice in her crown. Maybe even her little wand. And you can do the inside of the ears if you want to. And just all these little spots as well if you want to bring a little bit of bling on them. And I'm even going to bling up that part of the nose. Okay, so you can sort of see you can do whichever way you want. Now on this one, I've done it the reverse way, so the paper has got the pattern on the inside. And then I've got Happy Birthday, You're Super. And I've just drawn around the outside of that with a blender and a ruler to get on this one. Now the nice thing about this is that you can put some photos in here as well. So if you're going to send it away to someone for Christmas or do it as a birthday or something, you can put photos if it's a grandparent or something like that. And also you're going to be able to put a gift card in here as well. So to do the gift card is this one here. Okay, so we need to just put a little bit of tape either side there. I do like to use my tear tape for this. But look, really it's entirely up to you what tape you or glue you like using. Okay. And I know some people can't tear the tape, but it's really good. It's so easy. Okay, so here's your bone folder. Now if you want to just punch a little bit of a gap out there so that they can put their finger in, just makes it easier, you can. I did it on the other one just to show you the difference between the two. Because you can do them all different ways. Okay, so it's got a little bit there that you can put your little card in. Now on this side we can put a white in on this one, because on this one we haven't. We've just got it this way, like the happy birthday. Let me hold this one around, sorry, fumble. So, and because it's got all the pictures on it, it looks more fuller, but this one looks more empty that you can put something on it. So you can just put a little banner like that in it if you want to, but I would probably put a little bit more of a mat in there. So let's just cut one of them up, and you can just grab your ruler. It's the easiest way to do it, and just work out what size you want to put it in. And I'm sort of thinking more about 7 by about 10, 7 by 10. So I'm going to grab a piece of white. Let's see what size this scrap is. Okay, so we're going to go 7 centimeters by 10. And I'm going to pop this in here and go, yep, it's pretty good. But how about we put a black mat behind that as well, because we've got black behind the other one. So, okay, I might have to cut this one down just a fraction, because I've got a scrap here, so I'm going to use it. So this one I have done now, 9.5 by 7. So this one will be 10, which is right on the edge, 10 by 7.5. So you can sort of see you can change things around to suit your card, and that's the idea of this class, is just showing how you can change it around, especially if you want to write in it for a birthday. And you can have happy birthday in here, so you can have spooky happy birthday, a spooky happy birthday. So, which is really, really good. So this can go in here. Okay. Now, if you decide you want to add some bats or whatever to it, you can do that as well. Okay, that's not a problem. I've got so many things here. I'm going to share with you some of the things that I have done. I don't think we're going to get them all done today. So you can actually write in here. And then if you want to, you could even put this in here, have a few of these in here with some words on it, like, don't worry, eat sweet. So you can have that going down there, or you can just leave it, or you can put a photo in there. But you're going to have your gift tag in there as well, remember? Like you're going to give it as a present. So that goes like that. So that's our spooky one. How cute is that? Now I'm going to hold this up because, hi Susan. So this is our first gift card one, because I always get asked how to use the designer series paper with lots of prints on it. It's so hard, and it can be, but you can make it fun. You just need somewhere where they're going to write, and they don't need a lot of areas to write on. Just depends on how your day's going at the time. Okay, darling. And then we've done this one. This is the one we did a little bit earlier. So it gives it a really different effect. Okay, and then we've just done the designer series paper one, which is really cute for a gift card. And it's a good way to use up some of your designer series paper. Now, you do need a backing on the back of this. I haven't put it on yet. If you want to put a backing on, you can, or put a backing on this one. You can put a backing on this one as well. And you can put a backing on this front piece as well, and then it can be between two backing pieces if you want to. It's entirely up to you, but this is the other one. So that is super, super cute. This is another one that I did earlier. I did it with different paper. I did the, this time used the little pot and the green gunk. Happy Halloween. And you can sort of see when you've got pattern paper on the inside, you don't need a lot of writing on it. And then on the back, it's got a different one. So that's good for a dad, you know, or a son, which is really good. And then we have the crisscross one, which I love, but I don't think I'm going to have time to share that with you today, so I might have to share that on Crafty Monday, just so that you can sort of see what that's like. Then we also have, which I knew we wouldn't have time to do all this, the little suitcase. This is so cute. If you're doing a birthday party or a Halloween party, you can have the little suitcase with, you know, that cottony stuff that looks like cobwebs coming out of it. You can have some little spiders in there if it's a little boy. And this one's got no tricks or treats, so you can have little treats in there or little chockies or whatever. It is so cute. This is another one I've done in designer series paper. This time I've covered it. This one I didn't cover. This one I used the round punches to do the corners as well, and then I used the dies out of the pack and I just coloured that in orange because it was pink, so I just wanted to change the colour around a little bit, so you can sort of see that they're really cute. The same with these. I've just used the circles, done the splits up the two back ones because it's got to be able to open sesame, and yeah, you've got this gorgeous little suitcase. It is so cute. So cute. Yeah, so I'll probably do the suitcase and the other one, the crisscross one. I'll probably do them on Crafty Monday, Thursday next week, so that the whole set the whole set is done then because we didn't get it all done today. But thank you so much for coming on, and thank you so much for joining me. It's been a lot of fun sharing these cards with you today. I hope you all had a lot of fun looking at them. If you're watching the replay, don't forget to, I wish I had Boo on there now, but that's okay. It still looks cute. So I hope you enjoy. If you've got the spooky paper and you're not sure what to do with it, well, at least you can have a little bit of play around. This is the paper that I mainly get asked about a lot, like how to use the tags. So that's why I've used the tag in this one and things like that. You're very welcome, Susan. I hope you enjoyed. I hope everyone enjoyed. So God bless you all, and I'll see you all Crafty Monday at 1 o'clock. Bye for now.